teachers who are not actively involved in the learning process themselves force their students to drink from a stagnant water. Yesterday I was trying to tell my eyes are not infected, but it is only affection, not infection. And when you look with an affectionate eyes, the other person, if they have infection, they will get cured and you might get that infection. I do not know. But everybody looking at my eyes and telling, Guruji, you are drunk, you're looking like a drunk. Yes, I am a drunk, but I am not that drunk. I am drunk with love and affection for my people, yes. So I think infection hit my eyes, but whole day was in the field doing mulching. You know what is mulching? Mulching is you dig 3 feet by 3 feet around every plant and tree and 1 feet in depth and remove the mud, and then you fill it up with the cow dung, manure, and we have cow dung, we have cows, and on top of that all the leaves, dried leaves, you fill it up, so it becomes a little soft for the roots to have a beautiful time, and it doesn't get heated up, the roots doesn't get heated. Mulching, yes. So we have more than 1,000 trees, so it is going to take a lot of time. We started doing it with our own hands. I also feeling a little healthy. But then I found out even my strongest worker, young strongest worker, he's taking 1 hour to dig or create 3 feet by 1 feet mulching pit. And the guys around above 40 years are taking 1 hour for one mulching, and the guys below 25 years are taking half an hour for one mulching. That way it is going to take months. Before the rains we would not be able to complete it. So I brought the big huge machine called JCB, and these guys, this big machine will dig very fast. What we are taking 1 hour to dig, they hardly take 3 minutes to dig that fast. So I was in the sun. When I came back, my eyes are full of reddish in color. Yes. And I could feel a little itching. Yes. Then they said they will put Ziplocs, because I run a school for the visually challenged. Ziplocs drops are readily available for all the blind students, because blind students keep on getting eye infection. Even though they cannot see, the eyeball gets infected continuously. They said they'll put Ziplocs. I said, I put Ziplocs. Ziplocs they put also, itching was more. Then one of my students found out from the Google, you can put in the cotton, soak it in little warm water, salty warm water, and apply it on the eyes for some time. Then remove that one, again dip it in cold salty water and apply it up. I applied it morning when I got up. It is still the same, but I thought I will continue to speak because I could see. Yes. Teachers who are not actively involved, said Jean Baptiste de la Salle, St. John, born on April 30th, 1651 in the Kingdom of France, attained Samadhi, melted with the nature or died on April 7th, 1719 in the Kingdom of France. Teachers who are not actively involved in the learning process themselves force their students to drink from stagnant water. Teachers who are not actively involved, that's what we have it in Karnataka state. It is called Nalli Kali, means learn through fun. And the process is to read, write, speak, listen, read, write, speak and listen. On the 4 stages of English, the regional language Kannada, mathematics, Hindi, 4 languages, read, write, speak and listen. And all the 4 languages goes with songs, a lot of songs, variety songs. Children enjoy singing the song and going with the dance, song with the dance, and the whole class is actively involved. It is never a stagnant process, and make sure this song and the dance, the teachers also should first sing and dance, and they must sing and dance with the students. Can you believe? And they must express it in such a way. I see the elderly men, 55, 60-year-old also dancing. I was shocked. The ladies who are so fat, they are also dancing. So indirectly they are also getting exercise and they are enjoying. And then they have the Bidi Nataka, that is called the street play. For every one thing, a moral science, moral teaching. And the moral teaching involves almost like the Japanese kids, how to wash your hands, how to dress up, how to talk to the seniors, how to talk to the juniors. Yes, it has been started applying here. It's very beautiful. Teachers who are not actively involved in the learning process themselves, they just say blah, 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 and they go, yes. Force the students to drink from the stagnant water. That is, I always used to tell, you are studying by heart and teachers are reading from the book. Somebody else vomit. How could they take in it? They have to experience and they have to work with the children. When you work with the children, where there is problems, teachers who are not actively involved in the learning process, parents who are not actively involved in the learning process themselves, that means whenever you cook, mothers when they cook, they sing a song of the recipe. When the child is sick, the father and the mother sing a song about from where the disease sprung. Cleanliness next to godliness. Children should be taught that they should eat fruits before the meals. They should drink food and eat the water. How will you drink food and eat the water? You should chew. Chewing is very, very important. When you chew, the teeth becomes very strong, the gums become very strong. And mechanical digestion happens in the mouth, and chemical digestion is getting involved with the saliva. Otherwise, what happens, most of the people, when your parents, teachers who are not active, parents are not active, involved in the learning process and every one thing. When you are dressing up the child, also tell them how to dress up, which button should go first, how to fold, how to wash, how to iron. If these learning processes are not there, and that comes with a song, and when that is not there, it stagnates. And from there springs up all the diseases. Nobody listens to anybody, and then fights erupts. Parents who are not actively involved in the learning process then force the children to drink from stagnant water. Stagnant water is instant Kentucky Fried Chicken, instant McDonald's. When they are not involved in the family's tradition, when they are not involved in the Samskriti early morning to do the yoga and the pranayama. Now in this corona time, they are telling there is chest physiotherapy. What is chest stomach? That is there in our yoga. It is there in our Samskriti. You have to only practice that. Kapalapati, nostril blower, Anuloma Viloma, all the breathing techniques are a part and parcel. Without that, no child will come out of the classroom, no child will come out of the house. When you make them do that, they are very healthy. When that is not there, they are all going without proper roots. The people who do not have a connecting link to the family and the joint family and the family tree are people who are walking without roots, other trees without roots. Learning without piety produces a proud device. Piety, the feeling of feel, smell, taste, touch and see. You are not an animal. Men are not animals. They jump and rushes up to the women and they act like an animal, push and pull, and as if they are going to the forest and they are hunting an animal. The women is not a hunting animal. You have to touch every small leaf every small flower and feel, smell, taste, touch and see. Allow them to also feel. When you do not do that, when you act like an animal, even your business also like acts like that, and you start getting problems. You start borrowing money. You keep on borrowing ideas from different places, and it's never a love making device at all. Learning with a piety produces a proud device. If you have a feel, smell, taste, touch and see, and if you don't act like an animal to your wife, then your business becomes better, and you become a better person. Your children become better children, because you are not acting to them also like an animal. When you act in the bed like an animal, then the act of love doesn't have an art itself. The art is lost. Learning without piety produces proud. Piety without learning produces a useless one. When you do not feel it up, it's a useless one. Then all the troubles, you can go to all the psychologists and psychiatrists. In this terrible time of corona, the world is talking about Bangalore city also. My Japanese friends yesterday sent me many messages asking, Guruji, how are things in Bangalore? We are very much worried because they are all over here. Very much. Please tell me what we can do. Tell me what we can do. Yes, the whole world is looking towards us. That we have a massive big Samskriti. They all came here to learn Samskriti. And what went wrong? This 2% of the city people would never practice it. Please go back. This is the best time for you to practice. The Nallikali, learn to speak, read, write, speak and listen. 4 stages. And then the song and the dance, do not forget. And the Bidhinar, create, sit with the children, create the street play and play that, and you can find all disease is gone, and you don't act like an animal in the bed or in the house or in the teaching places. Teachers who are not actively involved, because they are also like an animal in the bed. Either they have been used like an animal or they act like an animal in the bed. Yes, it's an art. The lovemaking is an art, teaching is an art, cooking is an art, and even talking is an art. Like I said, infection and affection. Yes, that affection is very important. Then you can look with affection. You do not break them into any pieces. Please, in this corona time, do not rush up to the hospitals. Your first medicine is a house, cleaning up the house, and you practicing. Yes, and you start pumping. Instead of in the hospital, somebody trying to press you for you to breathe in your chest, you yourself can practice at home. Learn all those things and you become a doctor. Once you become your own doctor, let thy food be thy medicine, then you can see the first feeling of a father and mother in your house, that you are the boss, you are the elder brother, elder sister. Yes, and you can see God resides. When God is there, no devil, no disease enters your house. Jean Baptiste was a French priest, educational reformer, and founder of the Institute of the Brothers of the Christian Schools. He is a saint of the Catholic Church and the patron saint for teachers of youth. He is referred to both as La Salle and as de la Salle, Jean Baptiste. Said teachers who are not actively involved in the learning process themselves force the students to drink from stagnant water. Jean Baptiste de la Salle said learning without piety produces a proud device. Piety without learning produces a useless one. This is my 407th small talks.